So anyway, this one's my favorite. His name is Snotflogga.
Yeah, that's interesting. The two ghost videos. I remember the video with the ghost with the girl dancing on the counter. She was like, they were like, "Oh, I'm just being wacky or something like that, or funny or interesting."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it just came through the backs in the doorway behind her. Like it was like the camera was positioned in a way that it was like obvious that she needed both her and that doorway to be in position. And I'm not sure about the other one. So if you find that, send a link to us and we'll take a look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, as per the title of the hello Anna, hello everyone. Yeah, as per the title of the stream, you wanted to talk about the reason why you were not around last time?
Me? Like I got Christian on this one, and he's just like,
Yeah.
"Hola, everyone."
He can't be heard on
Yeah.
the stream, but our other buddy is waiting for us to play video games later.
So basically, last week I was just visiting my partner's aunt, who was in an accident not too long ago, where she was basically cutting down. I'm gonna have to mute you, buddy. Anyway, yeah. So she was just cutting down a tree at a dead tree, and essentially she was doing her like different cuts, and then at some point the tree, like, I guess, split down the center a little bit, and so she saw the shadow moving. She's like, "Oh, I got to get out of the way because this thing's coming down." Turned around to leave or to run, and stepped in a crevice, and then broke her leg, basically going forward. And the tree came down and landed right on her. And so when it
Wait, she
landed on
broke
her,
her leg
it
before the tree even came down?
possibly
Probably. I mean, yeah,
hard to
I
say.
guess it's impossible to
Yeah,
know at that point, right? That's
yeah. So like, yeah, so she broke her leg, and then the tree came down, and it broke her arm, um, to the point where, so like, it was her right arm. And she said, like, when the tree came down and landed on her, she basically just like sort of was like doing like a mental check of like what was going on, like seeing what exactly was still broken. And she's like trying to pull her arm out and couldn't pull her arm out. And
yeah.
so it turned out that her what do you call this, humerus, had snapped out of the skin and wedged itself in the tree. So
Oh,
it like
jeez.
it pinned her bone into the tree, and so they ended up airlifting her. When the rescue team got there and airlifted her out, it ripped her whole thumb clean off. It was just in the glove, like it was completely removed. Broke like several of her ribs, broke her hip, broke her like legs, or her leg, her ankle. Missed her head, which is great, but apparently her helmet had a huge dent in it. So the tree definitely did hit her in the head, but she ended up like basically like at this point we were visiting her because they had just realized they couldn't do anything to save the thumb, so they had to like fully amputate it. So she's missing her entire. They left like a small piece of the metacarpal in her thumb there. But while we
She's
were
gonna
there, we were
bang that
supposed to.
into shit and she's gonna go back to get it removed like
Oh
that.
no, it's like if you look at your hand, it's like basically in the very bottom. There's like where the metacarpal bone comes out. There's like a nub here, and then it just sort of goes up a little bit.
Uh-huh.
So this is your metacarpal bone here. It connects to your thumb. So they removed everything here all the way down. So she's got like basically just the knuckle of the metacarpal in the very bottom.
Is
And
there
this way they can graft on something later to maybe, what their plan is to do is they're going to take one of her toes and try to replace the
wait,
thumb.
she's gonna sacrifice a toe? Can she walk? Is
Yeah.
she
No, she's been in the bedridden for like almost a month now. Like she hasn't been able to move at all.
Yeah, don't look at the Discord screen. Christian's being an asshole. That's why I've been doing like this, because Christian's on that monitor, Keirris is on that monitor. I had to flip my my video so that I could see so it looks like I'm looking at Keirris. And I'm just doing this to stop myself from looking at what Christian's doing.
Yeah. So anyway, we went to the she's been moved to a whole bunch of different hospitals. This one
Yeah.
we went to go visit her in London, at the London hospital, and basically we went there in the morning. Couldn't figure out a way to get in because the entire hospital was empty. Because apparently in London, what they do is they just like discharge as many patients as they possibly can, and then cram them all into one room. Whoever's left into one room for the weekend to save money.
Well,
So
so
that's
makes
kind of weird.
sense. Like, let's say you
Yeah,
have like in a typical hospital, you have like 2 or 3 on-call rooms for like one of the hospitals in our area, like like the low, like 1 or
yeah,
2
lower income
floor,
rooms. This one was a
smaller
sixth
hospitals.
floor.
6 floors.
Well, she was on the sixth floor. I think there were 7 floors. It's a big one.
Wow,
It's
that's a
like
big
the St.
hospital.
Joseph's Hospital in London there, and it's
Yeah.
like there's multiple buildings too, and they're all just sort
Yeah.
of connected through like walkways and stuff.
When I was doing deliveries, we went to get a body. Um,
Mhm.
we did. When I say we moved stuff, I mean we moved anything. So there was
Moving a body would be
one.
patient transfer though. It's kind of
Yeah,
crazy.
it was a really complicated situation because basically we had to go to one place where they had to like they put this like so we had this specific cube van and then they had to put this other thing in the cube van which like filled the whole cube van and then added another door. It was like a removable thing. It was really weird. So they stuck this thing in there. And then when we got there, they were like, yeah, okay, so we're going to open this and then we're going to use this key and we're going to open this through that key. And they opened it and then they slid this like big metal. It looked like a deep freezer if it was like only like 2 feet tall and then long and
Oh,
wide.
you weren't picking up a dead person. You were picking up a person who was frozen in carbonite so that you could bring them to the Jabas to get your payout for your credits.
Yeah.
I see. I was.
So
That's
basically,
like the carbonite freeze.
they had it so that they would bring it up on they brought it up on this like these rolling things and then they pumped this thing until it was like exactly level with this rail thing and then like on
Sure.
on a table saw where it has those like
The
those
guidelines.
the Picatinny rail kind of things T-slot.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Where you can like put in
it would slide.
the wall with
Yeah,
the brace and stuff there.
exactly, it's slotted in there and then slid in and then they turned these dials down to lock it in place and then strapped it to the floor and then they closed it and then it pressurized and and an air conditioner thing turned on and we had to drive it an hour to another hospital where they took it out and then we had to drive to this other place where they took the whole box out. It didn't like fill the whole box but it was really weird, really sci-fi. But when I went to that hospital, it was this 1 floor hospital with like 20 rooms in total, and they said they have like 2 on-call rooms, equidistant from the main ICU area, which is why in my book I wrote that I used
Equidistant.
equidistant. It's like when 2 things are like the same distance away from it. So like if
Okay.
somebody's sleeping in this room and somebody's sleeping in this room, they can get to the same room in the same amount of time.
So you're just basically like referring to kind of like what the equator is. I guess is like a derivative of that word or some sort of
It's
relation to
just
that
a
word.
shortened version of equal distance.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
So the
So
equator would be the equal distance from the North Pole to the
to
South
the
Pole
South
to the
Pole.
middle of
Yeah.
the Earth.
Exactly.
Interesting.
So yeah. The reason why I brought it up is because on the weekends they would transfer all the patients into the primary ICU room, regardless of what their injuries were, so that they could be quickly getting to the center room from either place. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Interesting. All right, fucking minimizing it.
That's it. You're going to the taskbar, Christian. But yeah. It's normal with smaller hospitals. I didn't realize that they did that with larger hospitals.
Yeah.
Me okay, Nick? Yes, I'm
Yeah.
okay. Why?
Just looking over at the monitor, just seeing what he's doing. It's
I'm
funny.
looking over at the
Yeah. Anyway,
Jesus Christ, dude.
to finish what I was saying, with the other situation, yeah. So like after
Yeah.
we went and visited her just to like sort of, sort of see her and erase her spirits and everything like that, and sort of talk to her about 3D printing some ambulatory sort of devices to help her deal with the fact that she doesn't have a thumb anymore for probably until like August. When they do the next part of the surgery. But basically, while we were there, we were going there in the morning, and then we were going to basically spend a little couple hours basically there, and then come back to Guelph for the stream.
Yeah.
But when we were there, a tornado warning came through, and they shut the entire hospital down. They said nobody in, nobody out, and
Damn.
they moved us to the middle of the hospital, away from all the windows, and then we just sat there for like 3 hours waiting for the tornado to pass. And apparently there was a touchdown. It passed by pretty far away. Wouldn't have impacted us in the slightest, but they got to
Good.
better safe than sorry.
Yeah. 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 I look tired. Yeah. Just been playing video games too long.
Feel like pretty
It's just been staying up and playing video games until like 2 a.m. and then going to work at 5.
true. Yeah, yeah, literally
Yeah.
playing DayZ, playing what is it called? Ready or Not.
Ready or Not with
Um,
Daisy. I got Mountain Blade
mhm,
Bannerlord. Just been playing too many video games. That's what.
yeah, yeah.
Yep. But that's okay because I took 2 caffeine pills just before the stream. So in about 30 minutes, I'm gonna start turning into a choo-choo train.
Yeah.
Woo! Sometimes I'm all like, woo. And other times I'm like, woo.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's wild.
I had a Dr. Pepper, which is caffeinated apparently. So
Jeez.
that's my
Let's
coffee for
see.
the day.
If we calculate all of the caffeine that I consume throughout
There's no
all of
caffeine
the
in those. No
there is
caffeine in zero. Coke Zero.
there is
Zero
caffeine.
calories.
There is
Zero
caffeine.
caffeine.
It's
Zero sugar.
it's
What?
the last ingredient.
Oh, that's interesting.
Ooh,
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to read that, but huh. Well, yeah,
caffeine.
because like I remember the commercials being like it was 0 calories, zero caffeine, zero sugar, zero everything.
Yeah, no, Diet Coke is 0 caffeine.
Huh.
I consume so much caffeine, it just doesn't.
Okay.
Okay, awake now. Caffeine is life. Thank you. There's caffeine in all of these, except for this, which is really weird considering it's tea. Also 0
Sprite
sugar.
plus tea.
Yeah, Sprite plus tea. Here, I'll you want one?
Yeah. No, I've been busy drinking all my Nuka Colas. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm a soda fiend and a caffeine fiend. If I was to vocally admit how much caffeine I consume on a daily basis, I would be beaten.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Let's
I
let's
think
do it
I'm
like this.
quitting coffee, to be honest.
Quitting coffee? I
Yeah.
stopped drinking coffee because it just doesn't do anything anymore.
I stopped vaping. Um, every
Yeah,
time I
me
touch this
too.
thing, it just leaks. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Stop vaping. Stop
Quit
doing a lot of
quit
stuff. I stopped
vaping
drinking energy
weaker
drinks.
juice.
I'm quitting coffee now because I don't know. Why not?
Doesn't do anything. Just tastes like dirty bean water at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I am.
I start my
I
day
exist.
with 350 milligrams of caffeine, and then I drink another 350 milligrams of caffeine throughout the day, and then when I get home, I drink Coke Zero, which has 80 milligrams of caffeine per bottle. I drink like two little bottles, and then whatever other stuff I have. I also drink tea like crazy, so I think there's probably like 1,200 milligrams of caffeine in my system every day, and then I go to sleep, and the caffeine doesn't stop me from sleeping at all.
Yeah, I actually have the opposite problem. If I have coffee too late, just I'm not sleeping. Um,
Lucky.
I think it's so the
I
thing with
hope my heart
caffeine.
explodes. That'd be awesome. Well,
Yeah,
no, it wouldn't be, but
that's
like if I die, I want to die from my own stupidity. I don't want to die because of some stupid disease. So if my heart explodes from caffeine, they'll be like, "Well, we tried to warn him."
that's kind of why I stopped drinking energy drinks. Is because like there's a real risk of like enlarged heart problems.
I've got a
So
big heart.
yeah, your heart grew 2 sizes and you had cardiac arrest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not looking to have a heart attack anytime soon. So I stopped drinking Monster. I stopped drinking energy drinks for the most part. I still will partake in the Monster Java, which is basically just a can of coffee. It's not a can of energy drink.
Yeah, I like those. When I was working as a
So
driver, I was driving 15, 16, 17 hours a day. Sometimes I would literally be driving 18 or 19 hours a day. It is illegal, but we didn't have the digital transponder in the truck, so every time we
couldn't
figured that we
track it.
could, they couldn't track it. We just had to stop at a specific time and be like, okay, we can smudge these number we can mess with these numbers a bit. I would literally come home, I'd be walking up the stairs to my bedroom, and mom and her boyfriend would say, "Oh, you're back. That's great. You off for the night?" And I would just look at them, and they'd be like, "Oh, okay." And then 20 minutes later, I'd get a call, and I'd leave, and then I'd go back to work.
Or loco.
So during that time,
Like
I was
the
drinking like
like
eight
the
monsters a day, and then still
like the
drinking
loco.
coffee and tea and everything. So I've been doing this for a long time.
Drink a gallon of plain black coffee. And hit the hay, and a half an hour later, I used to be able to do that. Yeah, yeah. I mean, a heart attack and dead at 40. Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
every time my heart palpitates a little bit, I'm just like, I should probably take this seriously.
Hmm.
So,
Silversmithing.
um,
That's cool. I think you mentioned that once before.
silversmithing being like smithing with silver
Yeah,
or
like jewelry making and stuff.
jewelry making. Nice, cool. Yeah, that guy.
Hmm. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
just we're just casually discussing our caffeine addictions.
yeah,
Well, Keirris's lack of caffeine addictions. He's a Puritan.
yeah. I'm just like I don't know. I'm like returning to form. I'm trying to at least like because like there was a while there where I wasn't drinking pop. I had just like switched to like mostly just water. But then I was like, I'm depressed, and so I started drinking pop again. And I'm like, I'm no longer depressed.
Exactly. Well, like I would rather die at 40 of a heart attack than stop enjoying the things that I like. Oh, you want to see something
I
great?
got it.
Keirris,
I
wait.
have to talk about dying, and he's like, let me see. Let me say something great. Ah! It's a cake.
It was $3.
Oh, cool. All right.
It's red velvet.
That's great, Nick. Is it poisoned?
No.
What is it? How does it correlate with poison and dying?
Well, because it's objectively unhealthy.
Yeah.
I was just excited because, dude, if you go to the grocery store near me, you can get it.
Yeah.
They're cheap. So if you wanna,
Yeah. I'm going out on was it Friday? I think Friday. Let me see. Friday. Nope. Tuesday. Next week on Tuesday, I am
uh-huh.
going on a journey to every Longo's and every Fortino's or every grocery store we can find, and just buying as many $10 ribs as I can humanly get my hands on.
Oh yeah.
Because it's gonna be okay. So here was my plan. Because like one time, it was like I think New Year's Day, and we went to Longo's, and Longo's had like full racks of ribs for like a couple of bucks because they were like heavily discounted because they were going to expire over the holiday that they were closed. And so we bought up all these ribs, and we had like a shit ton of ribs. And
Yeah.
now that I have an instant pot, my plan was to get as many ribs as I could cram into the instant pot, and then just nuke the whole thing, and then basically have a giant pile of
Yeah, take
ribs.
take just take the bones out and just have a big pile of meat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my only problem with ribs is that the companies that produce the ones that you just throw in the oven or whatever, um,
Oh, these are
the
like
the
raw.
barbecue sauce is like. Here's the thing. Yes, caffeine, no sugar,
Yeah, you
right?
don't. You've cut out that form of
I've
carbs
cut
from
out
your
sugar
diet.
specifically, artificial sugar,
Chocolate cake,
like
come on
stuff.
with that.
I will be eating that red velvet cake, but even the ice cream that I have is got like low sugar. Sugar makes me feel
You'd
sick. But
you'd be really popular in Japan,
yeah,
or is it Korea? Either Korea or Japan. They basically they I think it's Korea actually. They have like this whole like beauty standard where everybody you can't be fat, right? And
yeah,
so like they basically have entire stores that are 0 calorie stores where you'll go in and they'll have like wall to wall. It'd be like everything that you can imagine, like a burger or all these different foods that you'd imagine, all these candies and everything like that, and completely zero calories on
You mean
everything.
zero sugar?
0 calories, or maybe it is 0 carbs,
Yeah,
zero sugar.
zero sugar.
Probably zero sugar.
Yeah, because I was gonna say like a hamburger is just. I don't think a hamburger could be
0 calories. It could
zero
be.
calories.
Could be. You can make a hamburger 0 calories. You just take the bun off, replace it with a piece of lettuce. Take the meat out, replace it with a piece of cabbage. Take the cheese off, replace it with a piece of cabbage.
Yeah. Well, so the point I was gonna make was that the barbecue sauce that they use on the ribs is way too sweet, and I get sick of it really fast.
Yeah.
Like I could probably eat like maybe like a rack and a half before I'm just like, okay, I'm over this. Too sweet, too sugary. It just feels like I
Yeah,
want
that's why I get my wings dry.
yeah. Well, I like uh garlic, whatever they put the garlic. Anyways,
Honey garlic?
yeah, not a honey garlic. The dry garlic.
The garlic rub?
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
lemon.
Oh yeah. Like
Yeah,
the
lemon, pepper, and garlic.
yeah.
Hmm.
There you go. Good stuff.
And single malt whiskey.
Single malt whiskey.
Yeah,
I like
cake.
matches off my chin.
Those cakes were a couple of weeks ago. They were like $14 for that, and they just dropped all the way down. And I got excited because like, just get a small cake. I'm so glad that nobody in the stream can see what our buddy is putting on the screen, because it's just he's following along with what we're saying, and he's
Just putting up images for
images. Yeah. Really, really, really inappropriate stuff, dude. He's saying stuff, but I can't hear him because I muted him. But yeah, so how are you, Keirris? Thank you.
I'm a little startled now. I'm good. I don't know. Just vibing.
Yeah.
Just day to day.
They are good cakes. They're good cakes because of cream cheese, because of the cream cheese icing. The cake part itself, but the cream cheese icing. I used to go out and buy the tubs of the cream cheese icing from the dollar store and just eat them with a spoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. McCain cakes.
Oh, McCain cakes, yeah. Sorry.
yeah, you tell him. He does it all the time.
I'll just stare at Christian's screen then.
Sure. Yeah, no, I'm doing good. I don't really have too much going on. I'm just basically working, and then I'm working on making some games. To try to get out of working and play some games, which is fun. Yeah, I don't know. I'm good. Just cracking on. I don't have any. I'm not. I've been sick in a while. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm good.
Alive, breathing.
Yeah, living, breathing. I want. I could. I can't. I could. I want to, but I went strawberry picking today. It was good. Got a whole bunch of strawberries, and then my strawberry plant's basically dead. But my freaking tomato plant,
like 8
I was
feet
showing Nick
tall.
earlier. It's like 8 feet tall now, and it's growing tomatoes at the very tip. And I'm like, why are you doing that? That's where you're thinnest. And I started propagating them. So if you guys don't know this, if you guys have tomato plants, it's really you can. If you look at the main branches that come out of the tomato plant, there's a little tiny plant, a little tiny stem that comes out in between those. So if you're looking at like a V shape like this, your main stalk goes this way, your side stalk goes this way, and then what grows out of here is called a sucker. It's basically another tomato plant. Sometimes they'll grow big enough to where they can get like other tomatoes on them. But if you pluck those off and drop them in water, that's an entire tomato plant just right there. It'll grow roots in about a week, and then when you plant it, you'll have a whole other tomato plant. So I took the 8 foot plant, 8 foot tomato plant, and I have like 4 extra plants growing in there. And I'm like, I'm gonna have like a cumulative 36 feet of tomato plants on my balcony, and probably like 4 tomatoes across all of them.
Mm. The soil here doesn't really work so well with tomato plants if you just plant them in the ground. But back where I used to live in Brampton, we planted one tomato plant and a bunch of squirrels just started taking the tomatoes from them. So we could not keep the squirrels off the tomatoes, but they would eat the tomatoes and they would run around and they would drop the half tomatoes in other places. So we planted one tomato plant, just one.
Yeah.
And then everybody's backyard had like 10 or 15 tomato plants, and it just spread like cancer. There was just tomatoes everywhere.
Yeah, they're very easy to get rid of. They're not like tomato plants are not what you would say perennial, unless they're an annual plant that it plants itself, because when the tomatoes fall off the plant, then the seeds inside will germinate. You'll get the tomato plant again the next year, provided there's any tomato seeds left, or the tomatoes reach a point where of maturity where they can actually grow seeds.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, you pretty much just got to chop them down once, and that's it. Tomato plants are actually pretty like prone to killing themselves.
Good.
I don't know if you can say that on YouTube.
Yeah, they're fine. That's fine. It's all about context.
The weight of the tomato plant, eventually what it'll do is it'll just like turn, and then it'll crimp itself, and just crimping one of the tubes is enough to suffocate the top half of the plant, and it just dies. So if you have a tomato plant, it needs to be supported, because it'll stop growing, and it'll actually die really quickly if it like just sort of falls over once and breaks the stalk. That's it, it's done. It, like compresses the stalk. So I've got 5-foot stakes on all sides of all my potato plant or my tomato plants, and then my potato plants. Holy crap, dude! I get them on a balcony, but they're like 7 feet tall.
Yeah,
crazy. They're just like growing like like all the way up my net. It's pretty good. I have not had this much success in a very long time with growing plants on the balcony. But aside from those, I'm like most proud of I have this sort of what do you call greenhouse on the balcony, where you get like this sort of there's a tub, and then there's a water reservoir in the bottom of the tub, and it's on stilts. So basically, you get like a growing bin. And this year, instead of growing produce in there, because I was going to try growing peppers in there again, I decided I was going to grow flowers and stuff. So I have like flowers and silver falls and like a whole bunch of different moss breeds in there and stuff. And it just takes care of itself, and it's like it's a breath of fresh air to go out there and see it always thriving, and not having to actually like micromanage that area of the balcony. Because that's one thing you get when we have a lot of plants, is like eventually you just get to a point where you're like, fuck,
yeah.
time to go walk around the entire house checking all the plants again.
Oh yeah, the one plant I've got one. I've got that cactus. Eh?
Yeah.
Turning brown. I think it's dying.
Yeah. So how often do you water it?
I touched the soil and it was so super duper bone dry, and so I put water on the soil, and then I let it drain out until it felt dry again, and then I put it in the little cup which has holes in the bottom for more water to drain out.
Yep.
And then I stuck it near the window at the top at the front door. But then I came by and I was looking at it and I sneezed on it, and I think that gave it too much water.
Yeah, fair enough.
I googled it and it was like, if it's turning brown, you gave it too much water. And I'm like,
yeah.
I took it out of the pot, took the roots, like the soil and everything out of the pot, like it was exactly what it was directing me to do. And it was like, like pour water from the sink over the whole thing, or not specifically from the sink, but it's like pour water over the roots, let it drain out until not a single drop of water is dripping out. Give it a gentle squeeze to get any little bit of excess water out from there, and then put it in the pot, and then put it in front of a window ish. I followed the directions perfectly, but cactuses are supposed to be the easiest plant to take care of. Turns out no, they're really fickle.
I've never heard of that before. It sounds like you were following the instructions for watering Spanish moss.
It was like specifically for ladyfinger cacti.
Interesting. The context that I would say is like usually like succulents and cacti and stuff. Like specific succulents require more water. Specific cacti
You're
require more water.
you're only
But
supposed
for
to
the
water
most
this
part,
thing like 3 times a year.
really, yeah. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
and then like indirect sunlight, and then like they were like
Hmm.
just make sure it's not too cold, not too hot, and then make sure there's not a lot of ambient moisture, or it'll absorb the ambient
Dry
moisture
plant,
and
eh?
fucking die.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like
don't know. I've never
I don't know if it's
like.
dying. It might just be brown because it's
No, I
supposed to be
mean,
brown
if
during
it's
a
brown,
specific
it's
time of the
dying.
year, but yeah.
If it's if it's brown, it's dying.
There you
Mostly,
go.
yeah. If it's turning brown, it's probably dying. Mostly because like yeah, cactuses are like what you would consider like forever green until they're not. You know,
Hmm.
and when they're not, they're dead. You'll get that a lot with like succulents and stuff like that. Is like if the succulents leaves are starting to wrinkle, that means it needs water because it's losing too much moisture, or it's like consuming the plant. The plant is basically consuming itself to continue.
Hmm.
And then if you always have like nice firm leaves on the succulent, you can like avoid. This is like specifically like a jade plant, for instance. You can usually like avoid watering them. For cactus and stuff like that, if you're worried about overwatering them, what you could do is you can get something like a direct feed fertilizer, where it's basically like you squeeze a pump, one pump onto the soil, and then that's it. You just walk away.
Hmm.
And so that's usually enough moisture for one watering cycle. If it's like a plant that specifically likes super dry climates. But largely cacti come from arid, like high humidity, low
Yeah, so a chilly, damp
fertility
basement
ground.
is probably a bad environment for it.
Yeah, it's best. It would be best suited on like east or west, maybe an east or yeah an east western window, where it gets like a decent amount of light in the morning and then it just not afternoon.
I have 2
Mostly
windows.
because
One of
like
them is blocked by an air compressor, an air conditioner
yeah,
unit, and the other one is underneath
you
a
definitely
deck.
yeah, it's too little light for me.
Cave
My
moss. That's what I'll grow.
apartment is just under like the sort of like the yeah cave moss. You can grow Spanish moss. They don't really require too much effort. It's basically like hair, and then all you can hang it in your shower, and it's usually gets enough moisture from the air to keep growing.
Huh.
For me, I soak my air plants like once a week, and that's it. They just keep going. You just basically dunk them in water. Where's the money, Lebowski? Where's the money? And then
Yeah.
he's back on the shelf. But yeah, like cactus is usually like I think the last cacti I tried to take care of it was the watering cycle was water it once every 2 weeks and let the soil fully dry until it's like basically craggles and then water it again. The thing with cacti and with succulents is that they don't use traditional soil. Like potting mix is usually okay to put succulents in, but if you want them to thrive, it's like a 50-50. It's like potting soil and sand mix between them. So because of the silica that gets into the potting mix, it tends to be hydrophobic. And so when you water them, the water will like sit on the top of the surface before actually like neutralizing into the soil.
Hmm.
So a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll use a pipette and they'll push it down into the soil and then push the water into the soil as they pull the pipette out, and that way it like neutral or like dampens the soil on the way out. And then you can
Okay.
sort of
Yeah.
measure the amount of like milliliters, for instance, that you'd be using to do
Yeah.
that. Um,
You
yeah.
know what's the
It
best hydrating soil?
what's that?
Gravel.
Yeah, Purolite too, and clay, leca, stuff like that.
Yeah. I don't know, like the way that I am, I'm like really good at like a lot of other shit. I just
Yeah.
I can't be asked to continuously pay attention to a living creature.
No, that's fair. I get that. A lot of my plants have just sort of started to let like a few of them die off and like sort of given them like a send off just because like I'm tired of meticulously taking care of them.
Mhm.
I had that with my pothos. I was really a big fan of the really big fan of the pothos for like the longest time, and then at some point I got like the Swiss cheese plant. The Swiss cheese plant died, and then I got the big Swiss cheese plant. And I have like Swiss cheese plants everywhere all over my house.
Hmm.
So I've taken some of them out to pasture. Is what I mean is like I'll be like I'm kind of done taking care of this one plant, so let's put it out on the balcony in like a a hanging planter to see how it thrives, and then coming out there later and being like, "Fuck, you're doing really well out here." Be like, guess I'm stuck with you
Mhm.
for another year. You know.
Does
So,
anyone else notice that we started talking Keirris as the lifelong goal? Jail plans? Goal plans?
what?
I don't understand a goddamn word you just said there, rat person.
Yeah, I don't think the spelling of my name was the hard part to understand. Yeah,
if anybody thinks we're being particularly mean to Dark Angel, we know who that person is in real life, so that's okay with it. They're okay with it.
Yeah, yeah, I like that nature is Mother Nature has the best. Knows what's best. But the only problem with that is that Mother Nature is ethnically and what do you call it? Not ethically ambiguous, right? If I
Yeah.
take a citrus plant from Cuba and I take it take it to Canada and I expect it to grow in the snow, I don't think Mother Nature knows what the fuck to do with it. It's like, hang on a second, that's a different part of the planet.
Yep. Yeah, I thought it was really frustrating. I had a fern. It was a
Oh my
really nice
god, dude,
fern. I
ferns.
named it Fern, and I
I
thought it was
hate
gonna be
ferns.
great. Okay, I kept it in the bathroom. So whenever you
Yeah.
showered, humid, it's like a fern is
Yeah.
like a ground cover plant, so it doesn't need very much
Forget it for one
sunlight.
week.
Yeah.
Go on vacation for one week, and then if we come back, it's like SpongeBob.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened. I turned my back on it. I was just doodling around on my computer. I came back out, and it was all brown and crispy. I'm like, "What?
Yeah,
How did
I
this
was just
happen?"
talking to you. Yeah. I had a Christmas fern, and like when I bought it, I bought the Christmas fern. I got it for 50 cents. I was like, "What a great deal!" And the cashier's like, "No, it's not." Slaps it across the counter to me, like, what?" Yeah, the pot's probably worth 50 cents. He's like, "No, it's not."
Jesus Christ.
It's like the Christmas fern instruction says, "Don't try watering it. It's not going to work."
This is pretty for as long as it lives.
Exactly. Just enjoy it while it's there. It gets about 2 weeks.
Yep, it's like buying a housefly.
Don't squeeze it. As much as it looks crinkly, it's full of needles. You squeeze it and they'll be like,
Yeah, the lemon
uh,
trees of the forest inside the house. No,
yeah.
there's more trees than so yeah, I guess we did that. What else were we supposed to do?
What do you mean? And the main goal is to entertain people. Everything else is
Y-
subsidiary. Is a
Yeah, you're right about that.
side
I just want to make sure that we like because I titled it where was Keirris last week chatting and debunking ghost videos. Okay, so there's no like particular goal of the video. I always worry that I've missed or forgotten about something that I'm supposed to be talking about in it. And then
Yeah.
like we end the stream and I'm just like, shit, we didn't talk about that thing that we were supposed to talk about. Or like, you do a whole stream where the title is we're gonna look at aliens and then you don't look at a single alien.
Oh yeah. Nice. What's the temperature in this? 28 degrees, completely blue skies, no, not a cloud in the sky.
Great day to launch a
Perfect day
rocket.
for beach weather. Yeah. Oh yeah. Great day to launch a rocket. Yeah.
What'd you say?
Tomorrow it was a good beach day.
A beach day, yeah.
Um, Tomorrow I think is supposed to be slightly cooler or slightly hotter. I think it was slightly hotter. Yeah, it's
Mm.
supposed to be 29, 26,
Oh,
26 degrees.
I've got an interesting topic that's
It's
going to
gonna be
sound
33 next week.
I've got an interesting topic to talk about that's something that a personal gripe that I've been experiencing this week. And it's something that as long as I don't name any names, I'm not going to get in trouble for it, but I just want to let you know that the
Oh, for
people that I
sure.
work with, the
Yeah.
males that I work with are no
Ignorant?
different than children. They don't know
Oh yeah, of
anything. They
course.
don't know a goddamn thing about anything.
Yeah.
They don't know how to use a screwdriver. And I'm not being facetious here. They don't know how to use a fucking screwdriver. How do
I
you
don't
not
think
know
I
how to use a screwdriver? That's how, like, I'm
I don't think I've
confused.
ever explained to a single human on this earth how a screwdriver is meant to be used.
Yeah, exactly. And yet I hand somebody a screwdriver and they go, what am I supposed to do with this? I'm like, well, you're supposed to undo the screws so that we can build these tables, right? And he's putting the screwdriver, it's a Phillips head screwdriver, already a problem. I fucking hate Phillips head screwdrivers. That's the plus for anybody who doesn't know. Okay, so
Okay.
he takes the screwdriver, he goes to unscrew the screw, and it's just skipping. He's like, it's not going. I'm like, push. And he's like, oh, okay. And then he pushed. And then he's standing there, and I'm like, and turn. And he goes, oh, right. And then he starts turning the screwdriver. And I'm like,
You think he's not? You think he's just rage baiting?
no, he's actually that stupid.
Is he?
He's not even good at anything else either.
Is he a kid?
No, full grown adult, has his own car, has successfully kept his job for 7 years, doesn't know how to use a screwdriver. Like, I was like, okay, maybe I'll just give him the drill. Bad idea, dude. Basically, it was really annoying, and I was like, okay, I don't like. Here's the thing: when I'm working, if you give me a technical task, you tell me, Nick, I need you to go here. I need you to assemble these 4 tables.
Yeah.
If you send anybody to help me, I will not build those tables.
No, yeah.
Like, oh, but they're heavy. They're 45 pounds. That's not heavy. That's like 2 watermelons.
Mass Effect is the best quote for this. Was it Mordecai? I think his name was the Solarian companion in Mass Effect 3 or Mass Effect 2 or 3 when you're turning off the Krogan genophage or genophage or whatever. They basically engineered this chemical to sterilize the Krogans because they were getting too crazy and like basically warring all over the galaxy. So they like made them all sterile so they wouldn't have kids, so that they could control the population a bit more. Mm-hmm. And you go back to like raise a Krogan army to go against the Reapers, and to do that you have to shut down the tower. And the only way to shut down the tower is to blow it up. And so it's one of those things where it's a moment where one of your companions can die, and so that it's Mordecai or whatever I think his name is goes in there, and the last thing he says before the tower blows up, he goes, "Had to be me. Someone else would have gotten it wrong." And then it blows up, and I'm like, "That's me, man."
That is, yeah. It's just a really So that it brings me to this phrase that it's this 3-part thing. So the first one is, any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic to the uneducated, right? Right.
What aggravates me most are people who never finished high school, make 178 grammar mistakes in one sentence, and then try to convince you of chemtrails, moon landings, and stuff like that. Okay, I'm feeling personally attacked.
No. Okay, hang on. I've got something for that too. Okay, so, so the phrase any sufficiently advanced piece of technology is indistinguishable from magic to the uneducated, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then there's another phrase.
Maho.
Yeah, there is another phrase that says, "Do not attribute anything to malice that can be attributed that is simply incompetence or ignorance." Right?
Yeah.
Take a pen.
Take an apple. Really famous one. Where's the beef?
Take a pen. Take an apple. Pineapple.
Pineapple pen. PPA pen.
Any sufficiently advanced form of ignorance is indistinguishable from malice.
Yeah. What does that have to do with the pineapple pen?
It has to do with the guy that can't use a fucking screwdriver.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Any sufficient amount of ignorance is indistinguishable from malice.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
You guys want to know a fun fact about Keirris? Since you guys have talked about it in the comments.
Keirris is functionally illiterate.
Yeah, I don't read good, but I also don't spell good because I have like rampant dyslexia. So like language is not something that connects to my brain very well. I also dropped out of school in grade 8. I never finished high school.
Don't think about it too hard.
Why the moon landings fake. And I ended up being the conspiracy, the one who's more interested in conspiracy things.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
School is not a place
I
for
understand
smart
that
people somewhere.
a lot of people have this whole mentality that school is worthless and useless, but
It is.
uh, it's
It
not.
it 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 well, here's the thing, it's like school is useless for teaching you, the walks of life, but it is incredibly important to teach you discipline. The premise of school is not to teach you how to exist in the world, it's to teach you discipline to understand or to learn. I don't think that school has any, like, correlation between a successful person and a person, who is unsuccessful. I think the problem is that people expect school to teach them life skills, and it doesn't.
I have
It
a
just teaches them how to navigate the world and understand how to get those life skills. You know
I
what I
have
mean?
a contrary opinion on it.
Sure,
School is
go for it.
supposed to be the wax on, wax off,
Okay.
and it has been diluted and bastardized by liberal propaganda to the point where it's just this is how we're going to teach you how to feel. It's supposed to be wax on, wax off. You're supposed to go to the karate competition at the end and realize that you weren't just painting a fence. You know what I mean? It's supposed to give
Yeah,
you the
it's
building blocks so that you can then realize that this point connects to this point, connects to this point. I think that the curriculum has become so polluted by political ideology and nonsensical things. Like, we don't need a drama class, but we need to teach the kids how to speak to each other. You know, we don't need a math. We don't need a physics class really, because nobody is most likely none of the students are going to go out there and become a physicist. However, during chemistry class, you realize that there was a possibility that two chemicals that you don't really know everything about might mix together to create Agent Orange. And now you're extra careful when it comes to chemicals just because you figured out the hard way, or the easy way, technically, that you're not supposed to mix chemicals. It's supposed to give you little tiny pieces of shreds of information that allow you to connect points later on. You know, batteries have electricity, so does the wall.
I think
You,
I understand what you're trying to say, but, like, it's pretty much the exact same thing I just said,
no,
just, like,
it's
extrapolated.
different. It's because I still think that school is absolutely necessary, because some of those core principles that do give you those little jumping off points for greater knowledge, they're still there in the school. They're just polluted by it. The river is still pretty. It's just full of garbage. Just need to take the garbage out and restore it back to when it was pretty. School is still essential, is what I'm trying to say. It's still important. It's just being polluted by iPads and social
So
correctness.
just ju- c- just to make sure we're on the same page here. School was useful once. It's not useful now because of political ideology.
No, no. It's mostly
You're saying that
useless.
school is, say, by and large, like, 80% shit, that 20% is gold.
I would say 60-40. 60% shit,
60/40, okay.
40% gold.
See, my problem with school was that, like, if you, like, look at, like, the curriculum from, like, a large perspective, from somebody who's actually in the programs to learn and to understand things, I
Hmm.
find a self-guided understanding or self-guided learning to be significantly more impressive and significantly more efficient than a curriculum. The curriculum is the mind killer, in my opinion. Do
Yeah.
this, play this, do it my way, or get the fuck out. Right.
Hmm.
Like, for a very good example is this is like is art class, for instance. Okay, art is a subjective and a very interpretive medium. Okay, I understand learning how to operate a paintbrush and how to operate a pen and how to shade and how to do certain things, technical drawing skills, so that you can help understand, or, like, perspectives to sort of gather that understanding. But the curriculum for art class is, you need to copy this 100%. I
That's the
don't care.
problem.
That's a problem,
That's the
because that's no
problem.
longer that's no longer learning. That's
That's just
instruction.
regurgitation.
It's exactly right. So, like, that's like the entirety of school, though.
Yeah. But well, that's the
From
problem.
a very young age, when you're.
That's part of the problem, is it's become polluted by lazy teachers and political ideation. Like, people, they're more concerned about teaching kids about different genders and stuff rather than teaching them how to fix a small engine. right?
There's,
Or trying
there's,
to teach them about the components that go into something that make that thing into what it is. And so if we could
well,
restructure the curriculum so that it doesn't give you all the answers, but it gives you the process of finding the answers for yourself, I think that we're going to produce smarter people. We're going to
well,
produce
no,
less
no,
people
I
who
don't.
can't fucking use a screwdriver.
Yeah, I think the problem with that though is that when you look at the broader picture of the situation, you're sort of um, like the real solution to school to correcting school is the introductory levels of school, being kindergarten all the way through grade 3. Should be influenced or should be directly teaching the fundamental building blocks. You know,
Yeah.
um, we start selecting our courses. Was it grade 7 or 8 or something like that? You get
We
to start
grade
picking
7 or
what you
8,
want to learn.
yeah.
Maybe grade 9, perhaps. I think was when I was allowed to start picking different courses, and I elected to take a academic science classes because I was interested in science.
I took all the basic
And
classes and
so
didn't even realize that they also put the female gym class at the bottom in the same row as the you want to take all the easy classes, you go easy, 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 easy. Okay, I'm done. Then you hand it in and they're like, nope, you just chose the female gym class, you dumbass.
fair enough. That's
Year one was awkward, but I was the best student in that class. I was the
fair enough.
fastest, the strongest. Yeah,
Anyway,
sorry. Yeah.
um, yeah, I've learned. I can tell you right now, I've learned a considerable, and it could be different for people who are like have an atypical learning process or an atypical understanding of languages and stuff like that. But I find myself to be extraordinarily more enlightened and educated as an adult, learning on my own, in my own pace, in my own direction, as I decide. This is why, for instance, Montessori schools I think exist. Is where it's a
I'm
their
not sure what
curriculum
that is.
is Montessori is essentially like a almost essentially like a private school. The children are given like three main courses essentially to follow, and then everything else is elected. They get to choose how they learn or do pursue different passions and stuff like that, and then they're guided through that sort of learning process. So instead of learning in the atypical sense where you basically go to school, you learn for your math class, your gym class, and you have like structured periods, and every single student gets the exact same curriculum, no matter whether they're mentally disabled or physically abled, or all these different capacities of different understanding. They're all
Yeah.
taught at the exact same speed, the exact same way, with one teacher and standing at the front of this class. And if you get left behind, you just repeat the year kind of thing. Montessori is more like guided learning.
Hmm.
So
Um,
yeah, I find self taught measure to be significantly more valuable, because when you enter a point of learning that you are passionate about, you will learn.
hmm.
But if you are forced to learn, like forced to read or forced to fit into their like tiny little box, but you're like, well, I want to do something different. How many times has somebody told you to do something and to do it their way, and you found an easier way to do it, but you can't do it that way because it's not their way, and it frustrated you?
Well, I mean, basically every day.
That's school. That was school for me. It was torture the entire time I was there. And every time they tried to put out their hand to try to help me understand something or try to help me like learn something, they did it in their particular way by trying to get me to, like, for instance, when they were like, "Oh, he can't read good, so we're gonna give him a laptop." I was like, "Cool." I had that laptop. I had that speak and spell typing thing for exactly 2 weeks, and then they took it away and said, "That's probably enough. You could probably understand language now." Didn't help me at all. And then the next time was when I was in grade 6 or 7. They put me in a mentally disabled program.
I remember that.
Um, yeah, and what did they do? They brought me into a room and asked me how I felt about it, and then fucking handed me a foam mat with letters on it to like
Yeah,
learn how to
because they
spell.
because
I'm
because they
like, bitch,
put
I'm not that stupid,
yeah, you're not
you
stupid.
know?
You just have a mental disorder that stops you from being able to fucking read properly. Maybe make the
Yeah,
text
exactly.
bigger.
I can read. Like if I read, I can read, no problem. But the problem is that when I'm reading, all of the word spacing, all the lines in between all of the words, they bloom out to the point where I physically cannot read. I can't understand the words that are in front of me. And then at some point, because I'm focusing so hard on attempting to sort of get through that text, there's a point where I'm just like staring at a word and I'm like, I don't understand what this word is, and it's like literally the word "you" or something like that. I just physically can't break that or get past that. And I find for my particular type of dyslexia, what actually works is subtracting letters from the word, removing unnecessary letters from the word.
Making
Like,
them
you know how
shorter. Yeah,
those,
that makes sense. Yeah,
or
truncated
just
versions
completely
of the words.
removing the,
You don't need the
yeah,
middle of the
just the
word.
first
You
letter
just
and the
need the
last letter
beginning and the
kind of
end.
thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I find reading those things to be extraordinarily easy. But
Yeah.
typical, linguistics or reading is just, it's completely stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. We both went to the same school.
Yeah.
Different classes after they realized we were shite disturbers.
I think we
um,
were pretty tame. I mean, there are
yeah, I mean,
other
except for when we
twins
got
would
into
have been.
fights, but
Yeah, well, I mean,
you get into fights like once or twice a year, and they're like, the sky's falling.
yeah. Everything's made of
This is,
glass and tissue paper. We need to be careful.
yeah, separate them because they're distracting each other. We were, but
One of the things that pissed me off in school the most was that they thought I had an anger management problem.
yeah, they tried to push that on me too, and I was just like, it's not me, it's you. You're just a fucking
Yeah, you're
moron.
just an
They're like, I think you
asshole.
need anger management, and I was like, okay, bye, and I just walked out.
Yeah, so like the thing that happened with me was that the teacher wasn't listening to me, and I was like, she was answering my question. I was like, that's not what I asked. I asked this.
Yeah.
And then she explained it again, but I was like, no, you're not listening to me. I need to know about this thing. And then she was like, are you getting angry? And I'm like, yes, I'm getting fucking angry. And she goes, you're not allowed to get angry. And I'm like, you're not allowed to tell me how to feel. And then from that day on, there was a volcano on the chalkboard. And that if I felt like I was angry, I had to get up in front of the whole class and start coloring in the volcano to show how close I was to a meltdown.
Yeah, you know what, man? Fuck.
Fuck
I would have just stood up and
you.
whipped that fucking chalk at the wall.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like
yeah, you want to
I don't have an anger management problem. You're making me angry. There's a difference.
go to the gym and grab a baseball bat, come back and scream, you want to see collateral damage?
Yeah.
Collateral damage.
It's like, hey, I've got an idea. Let's take this kid that's not being understood, that I'm like totally fucking riling him up because I'm too stupid to understand what the child is asking, and I'm going to shame him in front of the whole class.
So we both
That'll
agree
teach
school
him to
sucks.
keep his mouth shut. Why the fuck do you think why do you think I don't speak very much outside of YouTube these days? Because people treated me like that as a kid.
Nick is dyscalculate.
Yeah, that's the.
I got language disability, but I'm really good with numbers. Nick got not so good with numbers, but really good with language.
Yeah. It's almost as if when we were in the womb, like our brain just split.
Like we're going like this.
Yeah.
Like,
I get the good looks. You get to look like a dum dum.
I'll just be like, yeah. You can hyperfixate on Fallout. I'll hyperfixate on Star Wars. Oh
yeah.
shit! I got both of them.
Yeah. And instead, I hyperfocus. I hyperfocus on automating as many things in my life as possible.
Yeah, I do that too. If there's an easier way to do something, I am going to do it that way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We should let's look at chat for a second to make sure that we're not missing anything important.
I'm following along. Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm not.
Yeah.
Thank you. I get I get distracted easy. Thank you, Elvis.
Yeah. It's the earlier they were saying, "Welcome to the what is it, ADHD corner?" ADHD
yeah.
Or something.
Yeah, that's what this whole channel is. Two people with unmedicated ADHD trying to run a stream.
Oh, I don't have ADHD. Drop the H.
Oh, you just ADD.
Paint drying for 6 hours?
No, yeah, that's the same. So it's the ability to stay on track that's the problem. Once you find something that you do, you hyperfixate on it. That's also part of ADHD. Yeah. They just took all the different
vernaculars
forms of ADHD. Yeah, they've taken all the different kinds of forms of ADHD and they've stuck them all under one label so that everybody's gray and blobby. You know what I mean? It's the same thing that they do with everything else now. It's not that they're trying to strip away the individualization by while at the same time promoting your own individualization, as long as it's individualization for the purposes of being special rather than, you know what I mean? Like, there's not like 11 different kinds of cancer. You just have cancer. That's not the correct one. There is 11 different kinds of cancer still, but like, yeah. It's like, hey, we're going to strip away all of your different mental disabilities, but we're going to stick you in a box over here where you can choose whether you want to be a man, woman, child, half man, half woman, how you want to be a centaur, Apache helicopter combination. Fine. But you're not allowed to have Asperger's.
Oh man!
Because the guy who made that, who named that, was a Nazi.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Asperger's? Is that why they?
That's why they took the term away. Yeah.
Because it's
because the guy was named after was a funny mustache man.
Well, all right then.
Okay, before we go on to the actually debunking a ghost video, so that we can get off this
you have the same
rapidly devolving, huh? Oh yeah,
your elbow, yeah. I don't know. It's coming back.
It's seasonal allergies. We used to think that it was the school cleaning supplies, but I think it was actually just the whatever the summer.
Yeah, it's some sort of pollen or something, some seasonal allergy. I don't get it during the winter, but yeah, this year it's been really bad, so I don't know what exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Before all that, you were just a slow learner.
Or a child prodigy.
Yeah. I just I have trouble talking to people, and if I'm talking to them in person, that's my like, I don't know, it doesn't matter. All that, it's all irrelevant. The final point I want to make on the whole education system being out of whack is this whole it starts at the early age when you're a baby. Modern baby toys and it's sage. Sage is the problem. Do you understand? Do you know what I mean?
No, I think it's paprika, actually.
It's the colors. They muted the colors. Sage? Everything is like sage green, paprika red. Hey
man,
they've desaturated
it's Auburn.
Okay, but they've desaturated the toys, right?
Is that okay? Sure.
And that's a huge problem because kids need primary colors. They need to learn primary colors. At the very formative years just after birth, they need really colorful toys, and they're being replaced with these wooden, gray, blasé blocks of bullshit. And that carries on through college, through school now. They're
a lot of like boomer views, but like
I kind of boomer views. They're just basic human knowledge. You need to learn about red, green, and blue before you learn about sage green, mint, and fucking petunias.
Dude, when was the last time you were in a kindergarten class?
We sell children's toys.
You sell children's toys to parents.
Yes. And those and there are no yellow blocks. There are no green blocks. They're just sage blocks and dusty gray blocks.
Listen, brother, you work for a holistic company, a company that sells holistic goods.
Yeah.
You're blaming the education for stupid parents.
No, I'm blaming the parents for not fucking rising up and fixing the education.
And blame you too. I'll blame you for the next generation.
Sure, I'm trying to do something. I'm teaching people on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm teaching them how to identify things that they could use in other places. You might not realize it, but the next time you see the air getting sucked out of your bedroom, you might know why it's getting sucked out of your bedroom.
Yeah, there's a vacuum on somewhere in your house.
I'm giving you the build.
Don't explain it to me. Don't explain it to me.
I won't.
Listen, man, I'm just busting your balls now. You want to call it rage baiting? That's rage baiting right there.
Yeah, the difference between that and this is that you're not rage baiting. You're just making me sad. You're making me feel sadness.
You know what, Nick? Listen to me. When you wake up and you realize the air is being sucked out of your room, understand it's not a ghost. It's Peta Gay opening her mouth in the other room.
Oh no! For context, everyone. No context. All right.
No, we'll just that's a reoccurring character from now on.
Anyways,
is it an earthquake? Is it PDK doing a jump?
Yeah. Yeah, everything needs to be vibrant. We need the color. The color is the formative color. You need to learn the tertiary colors before you ever move on to understanding other things. If you
Brother, I
lack
don't
the
even know what
formation,
tertiary means. Is that second or first?
secondary.
Secondary, yeah. That's the one I can't say. Oh, you have your primary systems and your tertiary systems. No, Karis, that's colors, primary and secondary.
Yeah. Oh wait, is
Mm-mm.
tertiary third?
Fuck, I don't
Primary,
know, brother.
secondary, tertiary is the third. Sorry.
Listen, dude, I'm a guy. You're basically you have like color blindness, and I'm a guy, so I don't know the name of 99% of the colors I'm looking for. The other day, I was looking for a mint pair of shorts to ship to a customer, and I was like, I found these blue shorts. Will this work? And they're like, that's mint. I'm like, that's blue.
Mint is green.
Yeah, not these shorts. They were like like a powder blue.
Yeah. So yeah, yeah, exactly. The thing about the thing about it is simply just that teachers don't know how to teach kids anymore because
Yeah.
they're taught that because the teachers have to follow an increasingly um strict set of guidelines on what is socially and politically correct to teach the
Mhm.
kids. And they have to interrupt the learning program to refer to children as their preferred pronouns instead of just teaching. And what that's doing, and they've also just given everybody tablets, open access to the internet. It's made it a free for all. The kids are more concerned about what is the trending meme rather than what they're going to get on their grades because we're being so politically correct and so gentle and nurturing to all of the children that I don't think anybody is capable of failing class, which has led to an environment where half the American population is functionally illiterate, and not because they have a learning disability, but because they literally never learned how to read. And
Yeah.
12 to 16% of the Canadian population is also functionally illiterate. And this is a serious problem. They can't even read warning signs. Like, don't climb on the rocks. They climb on the rocks. Why? Because they couldn't fucking read the sign. Because they're illiterate. Because we failed them. Our education system failed them. And it starts with the fucking sage green. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, I get you.
I have a much whenever I'm just alone collecting my own thoughts, just thinking about all these different things, I have a much better, well-structured argument, but the second I ever try to say it out loud, it just falls apart. It just sounds like some lunatic rambling on the street corners about the end of the world. Yeah, literacy is yeah, it's the I would say it's the biggest problem right now. Like, how much more formative can you get than the ability to read? I mean, beyond just the base colors. Like, the first thing you're taught in school after you the first thing you're taught in school is how to read. Kindergarten. And yet somehow half the population of America can't read. Google it. It's a real statistic too.
Yeah.
I'm not just talking out of my ass. It's I don't understand. I mean, I should say that what is it? 4th to 6th grade level is the cutoff. There's probably a much smaller demographic of people who literally can't read, but the 4th grade level is really not as far as they need to be. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying too. The problem is that if you voice any of these concerns, you get suppressed by the media because you're contrary to that exact function, that exact thing.
Oh, they gave it to me in French. That's why.
See
Or Spanish.
in the comments, more
What?
concerned about rainbow flags than maps. But if you say that out loud, you get taken down. And then every time you take one of these voices down, you're going like, "Hey guys, let's just talk it out here for a minute. Like things aren't going the way that we need it to go. And if we keep doing this, we're going to turn into the movie Idiocracy. And you used to be this arrogant piece of shit for saying that out loud. Yeah, we're not going to devolve to that, but we fucking are. We're rapidly devolving to that. Like I never thought that I was actually going to get to a point in my life when I'd agree with those dullards, not dullards, but those arrogant assholes of the past, where it's like we're turning into the movie Idiocracy. It's like, no, we're not. And then now I'm like, shit, we actually are.
It's got the juice. What is it? Not the corn. Sorry. It's got electrolytes in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Idiocracy was affected by that.
Yeah.
To be completely honest, I think they were just stupid because they kept thinking that fart jokes were funny and became more and more lazy, and then UBI.
It's not enough just to take away that. Like, the great point. The technology thing is one of the greatest issues, because it's teaching kids that they can access the information at a moment's notice without having to have any form of memory or retention in any capacity. Back like just when I was a kid, there was no tablets, there was no laptops, there was nothing like that. You had to write everything down with a pencil or a pen. Before that, they had in mom's time, they had ink and quill and candlelight. Typewriters were a far off future invention that weren't. What I'm trying to say is that writing shit down makes you memorize it. That tablet is giving them quick, instant access to that information, and they don't have to retain anything because they can just access it again next time they need that piece of information. You take their phone away, they can't open a fucking can of pickles, a jar of pickles.
Yeah, and now we have all the AI that we need to.
Yeah, and now there's even less reason to think for yourself. I think our generation might be the last generation.
No.
I mean, no, I think the Gen Zers are going to be the last generation to function in society.
I think one of the things to consider is that the most I'm watching Instagram. I'm like on Instagram watching different different kids doing stupid shit, and the world is healing, Nick. There are kids who are out there waterboarding each other in like the street because they're not on their phones. Just a bunch of boys out there with a with a gallon of milk waterboarding their friends.
Jesus.
I think the world will be okay, Nick. I think because you see if you look at it from a consumer perspective, a consumer supply perspective. A lot of kids might have been really interested in iPads and stuff like that, but there's this huge, like the Gen Z, the generation. I want to call them. I think they're Gen Z. They're fond of disconnected media, like MP3 players and sort of ways of like removing themselves from the AI and all that shit. And I feel like that sentiment is growing, and I think they're going to influence the next generation of kids, and those generation of kids are also going to feel the same way. Is I'm I'm disheartened, and like one of the greatest features of Canada, if I wanted to say something, is the Trans Canadian Highway.
Yeah,
right.
It's one of our crowning achievements.
Yeah, it's this incredible road that cuts through a majority, if not the entirety, of Canada, and allows you to reach pretty much any of the southern provinces with great ease. Take a wrong turn, and you're fucked.
Yeah.
You're absolutely fucked.
In Iqaluit, I was going to Manitoba.
We were on a road trip one time. We were going camping, and we were going down the Transatlantic Highway, and we got off and was like, "Oh, there's a Wendy's. Take a left." We took a right because we needed to use the bathroom. We took a right, and it increased our trip duration by an hour and 40 minutes.
Oh, because there's like very yeah, because it's an expressway.
Yeah. So in any case, one of my favorite features of that is that there are if you've ever been on the Transatlantic Highway, there are advertisements near the en routes, but nowhere else.
Yeah.
It is almost guaranteed probably the only safe place from advertisements for a considerable amount of time. Every single thing you look at is an advertisement for something else, and it drives me up the fucking wall. And I
Mm.
feel like that's a huge part of the disconnect is because it's always being shoved in their face and it's overstimulating people. And those people just want to return to a point where they're just like, I just want my music and that's it.
Yeah.
You know?
It wasn't supposed to be like one of the things that I've thought about recently is that the acceleration of technology, like from the point in which we were hunter gatherers to the point in which we are now using cell phones on a daily basis, it's too short. It takes millions of years to evolve to adapt to a specific condition, and we've just instilled a new condition that's never been seen before in ever. We have no biological adaptation for this technology, and then we're just cramming more and more and more and more into our field of view, and now we can't see anything at all. I can barely fucking pay attention. Like if I don't want to use myself as an example because it seems so petulant, whiny. But nah, fuck it. I have a I'll say this instead. I have a problem with the lights. The lights in grocery stores, they make me dumb. They flicker. Hello.
But
You have a problem with the lights in the grocery store?
no.
They the they
I have a problem
flicker,
with being
they
surveilled by
make me
them.
feel dumb. I can't think
They flick-
15 minutes after I enter a grocery store.
Oh well, no, I'm different.
Hmm.
I walk into a grocery store. Every time I go into the grocery store, my immediate thought is they're surveilling me. They're watching me to try to see what I'm willing to pay. And I walk up to the cheapest racks, go to reach out, read the price, and go, oh, too much, and I walk away. Just to
Yeah.
fuck with their algorithm. This guy's not even willing to pay $1 for this milk. Too much.
God. Ugh.
I just
Yeah.
like to go into grocery stores and walk around for hours, just not picking up anything.
That sounds fucking awful.
It does, yeah. But if I'm shopping for something and I know what I need, I'll take up the long route around to get to it, and I'll go up and down a couple aisles, and then I'll pick up the one thing I need, and then walk around a little bit more, and then go to the checkout
Just to make it seem like
because it like
everything failed.
forces. It's a data point.
Like,
They
damn,
have
we
to
didn't
keep
get
track.
him. It
Yeah, we almost had them there with the Legos, but
was like when we
something
were kids and
something
dad
turned them
found
away.
one of those remember when dad found one of those count how many cars are going down this street and he just kept driving over it over and over and over again.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Doing circles. Yeah, they're gonna think this is the busiest road in the city.
yeah, yeah.
Screw you, Queen Street. You're not getting repaired this summer. It's gonna be Center Street, this little tiny spit street in the middle of this in the middle of this small area. That's what those are for, by the way. Those track how many cars are going over it. They choose which roads get serviced.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I get a good decent amount of steps. Like today, I'm only at 5,000 steps a day, but
I'm not wearing
I
my
was
watch,
very
so I
good.
don't know.
Yeah, there's the only days that I don't like. I think on like Thursday, Friday, Mondays are the worst for me. Monday, I think I hit 24,000 steps in a day,
Hmm.
just by going like walking around the. I know it's probably not that much to be honest, but like it's a healthy amount of walking they get done. But yeah, walking around outside, I'll go long routes when I'm in store and stuff. It counts.
Yeah.
But no, I like absolutely fucking with surveillance systems. It's so funny.
Mm. It's a lot of fun.
Everything you do is a data point. So why not like
Why not just
do a
game the
lot of really
system, make it so they can't that they'll never have a proper they'll never be able to keep a
you want to
proper track
really
of any data.
guys want to really fuck with them?
What's
What you
that?
do is you get a shopping cart and you fill that shopping cart and then just leave without buying anything.
No.
And some fucking person has to go put it away.
Jesus.
It's like grab every single can of tomatoes from a shelf and like that's a great price on tomatoes. I bet he's willing to pay more for tomatoes. He didn't buy any tomatoes.
um you want to take a look at some ghost videos?
Sure. And then I will make dinner and we can play games.
Yeah. Where is it? Where is the scene? What is it? Watch Together? That's what I named it? Watch Together. Live. Nice. That's a really... Gotta fix Keirris' camera. Oh, that was easy.
Woo.
Never been that easy. I gotta flip my camera back so I'm aiming the right way. Yeah. So I guess we'll look at some... You want to do chills? Should we do chills?
All right. It was requested.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks
Ugh.
like... Ugh.
Yes.
Sawisker. The fuck is
Nah,
that?
it's too late. You did this to
No,
yourself.
it's too late, man. You did this. This is your fault. Can you hear it?
Investigate haunted places. Expect to
Do I want to hear it?
it? Chills narrator subreddit.
What the fuck?
Guys,
This is
check this out.
ugly.
So I got a new Stream Deck. It allows me to do more fine-tuned controls of stuff. So now I can do stuff like zooming in, like this, and then I can go frame by frame, or I can skip back and forward. So now we have like a lot more granular controls with the stream.
When you investigate haunted places, expect to be followed home. Posted to the Chills narrator subreddit. So that story claims a spirit from a ghost ship followed them home.
Well, hang on.
Originally
Give it a
published to
second.
YouTube by STK Paranormal in September of 2020, the YouTuber explains, there is a lot of strange things happening outside, which we really do think is directly related to a spirit named George that followed us home from an investigation. So what happened? Robert explains in the video that ever since the team investigated the USS Edson,
Please
they've been
don't.
encountering the spirit of George. The security footage shows a shadow appearing to knock on their door. According to Robert, they heard 3 knocks inside as this occurred. The spirit threw rocks, appeared as orbs in their photos, and spoke to them via EVP. This is when they set up security cameras and caught this on video.
Oh, so it is that thing. All right.
George shows up in the form of bright orbs, invariably a black shadow orb, which seemingly causes a chair to move. Next, the kickstand on the bike goes up of its own accord. The spirit is wild, but perhaps he just wants to be friends. On the other hand, he's throwing rocks. Who knows what he wants? Todd Peterson.
Dude, I was so emotionally neutered by that shitty video that it didn't even startle me. It didn't even startle me.
You're like, oh.
Yeah. Oh my god.
All right.
Thoughts?
Don't tell them what it is, guys. Put in the comments. What do you think it is?
Yeah.
And has been experiencing some paranormal activity in his.
Give him a second. Sorry.
What was that object in the previous clip?
Should I make a poll? Should I do a poll?
No, let him go. Let him go. I want to see. Yeah.
That's right.
Definitely something close to the lens. Yeah.
I'm gonna prepare a poll so that after the comments are in, then I can write the poll.
Sure. Wipe. Yeah. You see, we don't need to tell them. They all know. It's gonna be like, was it a ghost or spiderweb?
Did they stop? Did they finish commenting? I can't actually see the chat now.
Oh, everybody's commenting the same thing.
Okay, here's the poll. Cast your votes.
It's really close. It's really close.
Keirris, did you cast your vote yet?
I did, yeah. Oh shit, guys!
Oh shit, guys!
You know what's crazy?
Oh my god! The second ghost goes over Spider, I'm ending this poll.
I think that's all you're gonna get.
Yeah, I think so. All right, there you go. It was a close one, but the consensus is that it was a spider.
You know what I find really interesting is nobody selected the
Ghost
other
of
two
a spider.
spiders.
That's a good. That's good.
Ghost of a spider. Yeah.
I also clicked ghost.
There you go. All right. Next clip.
Next clip. Oops. 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 Where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? Got it.
Doorway. So he decides to try and see if he can record it on camera. When he locks his bedroom door, you can clearly see that there is no string attached to the lock. The door does not open easily and requires some...
What? Did you see it?
There is a slight curve, and then it goes out.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't pop out on its own. However, this curve is too far this way. And this part, I'm going to guess that somebody's just going to pull on the door, and it's just going to slip right out.
No, I don't think so.
The door does not open easily and requires some force to push. He takes 4...
You know me, dude. Dude, you know what would be great? Do a ghost video. Do a ghost video. You close the door and you lock it. Then it opens from the hinge side. You're just like, whoa. Here, wait, hold on. Where's the? I've got a soundboard. Let me see the soundboard button. Okay. No, I don't have it anymore. I just have Jake Paul in the Domain expansion video. He goes, whoa.
From the door and holds the camera steady. Just when he is starting to give up hope,
I'm sorry, was there a cut there?
It looked like, yeah, but the cut was before anything happened, so the cuts usually happen after, so it doesn't really matter.
We just got to make sure that he didn't alter the door latch during the cut.
There's nothing to alter here.
Just when he's starting to give up hope.
Well, he could put it in a position where it would logically slip off.
He hasn't lost his mind. The entire video is left.
You know what I mean? Like, you show that you fully...
What happened?
Yeah, so you show that you fully engage it, you back up, then the video cuts, and then the door opens.
What if that cut was him taking the latch and putting it upside down?
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of being latched over, it was latched under. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Well, it falls up. Sorry, it gets pulled up.
Yeah, and you know what?
But like that cut might be somebody attaching a string at that point.
That's true.
Never cut the video.
Uncut or no ghost.
Yeah. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof.
Needs to prove he hasn't lost his mind.
There's also no reason for him to have backed that far away from the door if he's trying to prove that the ghost is what's opening the latch. He should have just stayed looking at the latch and went like, "Wow, look at that! See, it's not like you have to get out of the ghost's way."
The entire video is less than a minute long and has absolutely no editing.
we should get
after that cut.
We should get Keirris. We should get Dark Angel to change her username to Internet Explorer.
There's just no way to fake this video,
probably like really
in my
far
opinion.
behind.
But if you think you have an alternative explanation, please let me hear it. Number
she won't know about that until like
Jesus. That's it.
Means Breaking the Shell goes exploring a 150
that was it,
home in search of the paranormal, and the paranormal is what they find. Shadow figures and footsteps have been reported by previous ghost hunters, but that's nothing compared to the paranormal evidence you're about to see.
Why did they?
They're not even exploring inside of the house yet, and the investigation is already getting spooky. At 40 seconds, a mysterious, possibly paranormal white light appears in the window of the room above them.
What? Really? Is that?
And before you say that,
that's not the evidence,
hitting a mirror or something, explain how at 45 seconds the light seemingly gets even brighter. When the ghost hunter faces the opposite way, one of the things they notice is a bricked-up fireplace where someone seems to have busted out, along with a door that has a padlock. There's another doorway with firewood in front of it that's been boarded up and painted over. I feel like somebody could have been kept in here against their will.
It's weird.
After exploring the house some more, they think they hear footsteps.
I can't believe I watched this guy's videos for 6 hours.
And I think it might be happening over them in the room where the mysterious light was.
You're like, it walked past that window like...
Look, he just dyed his hair. His scalp is dyed. Sorry. I'm not supposed to be pointing out people's qualities, but
at 23 minutes and 7 seconds, their camera gets blurry, like it's trying to focus on a ghost.
What have you done, Elvis? What have you done?
Mystifying light again in front of them this time, and there's nothing but darkness. So I don't think it's light from their camera caught on tape.
Screw the heart rate monitor. We need to put a blood pressure monitor on me.
Here's the creepiest paranormal evidence of all. At 13 minutes, while exploring the top floor, they see this blue blanket. It looks flat at first, but the more you look at it,
it looked like a reflection from one of the light sources, but it could very well also just be that the curtain was just slightly ajar on that window, and that the light source was inside the house. And when he entered the house to add more light, it just brightened up a little bit.
It looks like the ghostly form of a child seems to appear under the blanket.
What?
What? Holy, what?
Can we hear that again?
Or they see this blue blanket. It looks flat at first, but the more you look at it, the more it looks like the ghostly form of a child seems to appear under the blanket.
Holy cow.
What?
Oh, this is terrifying.
Now this has to
Was
be
that comment bait?
Number
Probably
12.
That's gotta be.
Esmeralda Vega is reporting her family opening presents on Christmas, but one toy in particular keeps interrupting what should have been a happy family moment.
Those are wind-up trucks.
Yeah.
Maybe
it's remote controlled, right?
Toy from another room, or
no,
maybe it's motion activated. But based on their surprised reactions, I don't think anyone is moving this toy on purpose. If anything, the toy seems to move on its own as soon as the camera person mentions it, almost like it has a mind of its own. If anybody recognizes this toy, please let me know what it's called and if it's remote controlled or not. Maybe together we can
find out pretty
if this
quickly,
video
but
is real or not.
I don't know if I want to.
Number 11.
You know, let me tell you a little bit of a thing today. I tried to record a video 4 times today, and every single time the videos were so dumb that I was speechless and I couldn't do anything. And so I gave up on all of the videos. And I'm thinking about combining them all into one video to show me just going, what? 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 Fuck you.
How did you get to that conclusion? Oh, did you do that stream, by the way?
Which one?
With that guy?
No, that's on July 17th.
Oh.
Same day as the company barbecue.
Oh, cool.
The team from Casa Sobre Natural is visiting a house with a malignant demon in a scary clip. At first, they think they see something.
Yeah, top 10 dumbest vids, yeah.
Have you seen this one?
This is the butt crack guy. Where's the Kraken?
His butt crack's always showing?
Yeah.
And then that something makes its presence known.
Eu sabe mexer as merdas, acho que você tava vendo alguma coisa aqui no vídeo. Meu Deus do céu! Filho da puta, cara, que é isso, cara?
When they dare to enter, things get more aggressive.
No butt crack in this video. Do you see that fucking?
This is blurred. It's blurred.
Yeah, like watch. Whoop 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 yeah whoop whoop.
This guy's pants are falling down.
Yeah, there you go, butt crack guy. His butt crack's always visible in his videos.
What is inside? They think it's over, but the demon has one last scare in store for them.
Kind of looks like a fat version of Ahmed.
It's a good point. Everything that's ever thrown or moved or pushed is never destructible.
Yeah, that's why it's on the bingo card.
Yeah. In my opinion, there's something truly evil in this
We could have played
house.
bingo.
You can just feel it. Number 10.
I mean, you can. don't know. How hard would it be to bring up the bingo?
I haven't set it up 100%.
He and his partner see some
next stream. Next stream we're gonna do bingo.
The lights are flashing on and off at the same time. Last room on the first floor.
Thank you.
It looks like they're
that one
documenting the event.
Good. That one. That one startled me.
You know what? I don't blame them because I would definitely wait.
Just gotta crank the volume up higher so it's like.
Or maybe I would.
They're speaking Brazilian Portuguese and they even sound. Oh yeah, that I was thinking that too. Like a lot of the time, language barrier stops me from knowing if somebody's being like, you know, like structured, scripted.
And some non-haunted places to work at.
The language barrier works in their advantage.
Number 9. If you encountered ghost footprints at your workplace, would you be able to?
Oh wait, what was that? Was that last one?
Or maybe them event.
Sorry, hold on. I never even saw. I don't even know.
His campus as a security guard when he and his partners
I completely missed
strange
this one.
activity coming through the window. The lights are flashing on and off at the same time in every last room on the first floor. It looks like they are standing outside documenting the event instead of rushing straight in. And you know,
they're security guards. They're not meant to rush into danger. They're just meant to report danger. A security guard is a security camera on legs with a heartbeat.
What? I don't blame them because I would definitely wait for backup if I saw this too, or maybe I would try to find some
most likely a fire alarm
work at instead.
Yeah.
Number 9.
Or some sort of warning system.
If you encountered ghost footprints at your workplace, would you be able to continue working there as though nothing happened?
Yeah, this is awful, isn't it?
In April of 2020, the uploader writes,
how about let's do two? We'll just watch this one and just give our opinions on how stupid it is, and then we'll watch one and actually debunk it.
After capturing an odd glitch on camera in a certain area of the studio, which the uploader notes look like footprints, the crew sets up some paranormal sensors to see whether or not any.
Dude, what?
Capturing an odd glitch on camera in a certain area of the studio, which the uploader notes look like footprints. The crew sets up some paranormal sensors to see whether or not any spirit activity exists in the room. As you can see, the sensors are blowing up. They indicate something is moving in the darkness. Imagine sensing a paranormal presence in the studio, something you cannot see with the human eye, and then having that presence confirmed via these sensors. The idea certainly disturbs some sound technicians. YouTuber High and Sick Woo wrote in the comments,
Jesus fucking
I was
Christ.
also surprised when I watched the video. I can't broadcast alone. I can't go to the
what is
studio
this?
at night. Would you be able to after seeing?
Does somebody actually produce that and uploaded that? It's just darkness, blurriness, not being able to see anything that's going on, just a frantic moving of the camera? Like, what were we supposed to get from that? Oh, they're capturing a ghost. They wouldn't keep the camera still for a second. Buy a fucking tripod.
Is the video monetized?
Yeah, I guess that. Yeah. Wait, our video or?
No, there's.
Probably.
This
our shoes aren't
footage
monetized.
appears real to me.
Yeah.
Number 8.
I like the fade away. It sounds
EMF
looks real to
published
me.
By Dark Life in March of 2022, Dennis held an EMF session in the basement.
Oh, this guy.
House in which girls are said
I'd love
to
to
have
punch
gone
the place
missing.
over.
After spending some time in the basement, he hears something in the wardrobe.
I'm gonna need some stronger nicotine to handle this shit.
As he reaches toward it, the wardrobe starts to rock aggressively. Dennis runs from it, and in doing so appears to hurt his leg amongst all the rubbish in the basement. He looks back for a moment, but decides it's best to leave the house. And
I'm really glad he got hurt anyways. You know what I mean? Because he was being a wuss running away from the wardrobe, but he still got hurt, which meant that he should have just stayed and gotten hurt by the wardrobe. Next time, he'll stay and get hurt by the wardrobe to investigate and find, I'm going to get hurt anyways. I might as well get hurt by the thing that I'm trying to catch on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we just go to the other video?
Yes, please.
This is yeah, this is draining my brain.
A group of employees at
Bye-bye.
We'll have to set up a scoreboard See how long people can watch chills for.
Yeah.
One of the employees says he and his co-workers noticed some.
I shit you not. If you guys had saw the April 1st video where I got a clean sweep, I got a full sweep on the bingo board on the chills. I actually literally did sit there for 6.5 hours and watch chills. And by the time I was done, when you see me realize that the bingo board is finished, and I clicked the last button. And I looked like I was pretending to cry. No, I was very, very happy when that was over. And originally I was going to upload the whole 6-hour video, but YouTube kept saying no.
Okay. Before we might get DMCA'd for this, so I'll give everyone else this information that can live rent free in their brain. Chills is a musician.
Yeah.
He's a rapper. So if anybody wants to go to YouTube Music or something and watch Chills' rap career, it's a real thing.
I think at some point he replaced himself with an AI. Oh, Christian jumped in to look and then left. He's like, what's going on? Oh.
According to him, objects in the restaurant
Burger King foot lettuce
around all on their own. And some even claim to see mysterious faces.
Please forgive me. Yes.
Cameron is monitoring the restaurant CCTV.
For $5, I'll forgive you.
Camera in the empty storeroom.
I am like the church. You can pay for forgiveness.
It's all it costs you is Costco
poutine. His co-workers offered to take a look. This is what the CCTV camera captured.
Ooh, CCTV. Look at that. Yeah, great. Recording a screen. Oh no, Keirris.
What? Oh, it's this guy.
Yeah.
Already done this one. Look at that. Yeah, this is the comp guy. It's like all these shots are composite.
That's not it.
Yep.
It gets better. Look up here. What is that? Right there. Yeah.
You said, "What is that?" Too soon.
The bar this morning, Susie, I showed you that.
Yeah, because they're not following.
Yeah, they actually don't give a shit.
Is that a face right there, guys? No, look! Oh my God! Just move! It literally. Watch it.
So for anybody who doesn't know, or anybody who's going to be watching this stream after the fact, you can put videos back on a CCTV system, on a DVR or a multiplexer.
Yeah, the DVR is just a file explorer.
Yeah, it's just a hard drive with a file viewer built into it. So when you export the video footage and you edit it and then you stick it back on there, we can fucking tell.
I told you.
Yeah.
We can tell how many times the file has been copied. Oh, hey, Christian left.
The door swings open, and then a bottle of oil mysteriously falls from a shelf, as if someone or some.
Yeah.
Same guy, same problem.
This isn't an appropriate security camera angle for this particular.
Yeah, so the sorry.
This is
the first one. They did a composite shot and then they had strings, so every time like the bottle was on a composite shot to like the left side of the frame. And then they just basically had strings that were up and over the there's like a HVAC unit or something above the door. They just strung it over there and then pulled the door open.
Yeah. What's wrong with this right now?
What?
Why? What's wrong? What's wrong with what we're seeing? Where is the security camera, Keirris?
It's over top of the. Is that a fire suppression system? It's over top of the fryer
or the oven.
That's a fryer vent on the top there. No,
that's a heat vent.
Yeah,
for an oven.
Heat vent. Yeah, high temperature heat vent. So that would be like an open fryer or like an Amada heater.
Yeah, so let's just install a CCTV, a plastic CCTV camera.
Yeah,
over the fume hood. Yeah.
Exactly. That's a great idea. All right.
So it's not a security camera. No, or it's one of those magnetic Wise cams, and he just stuck it there so he can record it.
Yeah.
The CCTV camera captures the moment
They don't even
something
think. You know what I mean? They don't even think about these small things. I mean, like I do because it was like my job, but
he'd been feeling an unexplainable sense of dread.
It's like one of these things where like I really like watching videos where somebody else is debunking and they point something out and it's just like, oh yeah, and I want to be that person every time.
Yeah,
like we don't even need to debunk the core of the video if we can prove that they put the security camera in a place where nobody would put a security camera.
Staff at the restaurant with little doubt that they were being haunted.
I don't think a lot of people would have noticed it. I think 99.9% of the people wouldn't have noticed it. That's not me saying that I'm special. You know, hey, I'm Mr. Meeseeks, look at me. But
all of a sudden, he saw something out of the corner of his eye and pulled out his phone to record.
But now, all of you will pay attention to exactly where a security camera is. And that's what I'm doing. That's why I do what I do. What are we looking at here?
What do you think?
Yeah. Nah, man, what?
Fuck up your head. Yep.
Wait, how did he see that from here? He couldn't have seen that from here.
Hmm? I'm just looking at her food bowl.
Keirris.
Yeah.
He's claiming that he's seeing a face on the right side of the fridge from here.
Yeah.
How could he have seen the face on the fridge if he was all the way over here? He couldn't have.
Well, yeah, it's a perspective. So humans have two eyes. This camera only has one.
I guess. That's convenient.
At first.
I like how they pointed it out.
Yeah, like we wouldn't have noticed.
Yeah, so essentially from like really far away, this guy he sees this this reflection of a face on the. Is that you?
Yeah, that's me. Is that a bottle or something?
Oh, no, the way they did this one was actually pretty simple. So the what it was is the back of the what do you call this? There's another video where he's like showing everything, and he opens this up, and there's like a hole in the top of the locker.
Oh, so they could just stick a broom through and then just.
Yeah, it's like a mounting hole or something, and they literally just somebody on the other side with a broom just pops it through or something.
I guess it is convenient that it's on that one.
Yeah.
At first, the employee.
Yeah, the hinge
in the fridge.
Yeah.
He seems to think he can see something reflected there, but most viewers think it's just a simple case of pareidolia. However, it's what happened next that really scared him.
Kind of looks like the reflection of like a floor cleaner bottle.
It was mere inches away from his head. Fortunately,
that is. I think that section of the that section there is where that floor cleaner is on the wall. You know where the wire rack is from the first one. That's the junction box. Actually, that's the video. If you like pause it there, you can see the HVAC system above the door there. That I was mentioning. Yeah, that's where the string was, or the rope was tied down.
That makes sense.
That, open. You can also hang a lot of times because of the way that the release mechanisms are for what are these called? Fuse boxes. A lot of them will be like one of those things where you pull the slider up and then it opens up. You can just pull it open. But in a lot of cases, what it is just like a piece of metal, like a tray piece of metal that's stuck to the wall on hinges, and then a really fucking strong spring mechanism. And so when you like close them, you have to like slam your hand under them to close them. because then it'll go over the spring mechanism. But sometimes if you don't close them all the way, they pop back open and they swing open violently.
Yeah.
Like the one in my apartment does that, but I don't
Ours
think
does
this
that too.
Oh,
Ours is kind of annoying because of the way that we close it, it kind of pushed the it like deformed the plastic bit, so you actually have to, whenever you open it, you have to like take a little flathead screwdriver and kind of bend the plastic out a little bit so they can get past that little catch.
Fair.
Yeah.
Left him terrified. Although many viewers, Craig, a man from the USA, has been renovating his wife's grandmother's old house for a few months, and during that time, he's experienced
plaster walls. Canada, North America are, I mean, not completely, but relatively unique in the building materials that we use, how we have drywall and empty space, and then the whole house is made out of wood. Most other countries use cement and plaster and things to build their houses. And so when they want to add wiring into the walls, it's not a case of just poking a hole in the wall and throwing the wiring down. They actually have to like take a chisel and chisel out a channel for that, for those wires.
Inexplicable events.
Craig I see what you're saying.
That his wife's grandmother passed
like you can
away
run conduit through the back of
I
see.
They have recently started renovating her old house, hoping to one day turn it into a rental property.
The reason why we do that is because we have 8.63 billion trees. Why we build our houses out of wood.
And starts recording. Something that looks unsettling like fingers can be seen pulling down the blinds to look through the window. Craig
I kind of missed the
face staring at him. Creeped out.
It looks like AI.
Back inside, but there's no one there. However, when he looks
the way that the materials deform, it looks like it was AI.
Fingerprints in the dust on the inside of the blinds. Craig shows his wife the clip, who begins to speculate that the old house could be haunted, perhaps by the ghost of her grandmother. A few days
or it's a burglar.
Those blinds don't even look like the same blinds. Those blinds look like they're made of fabric.
Yeah, I think it's because of the camera quality. Why does it look like he's looking through a dirty window?
What I think happened was
recording
that
another phone.
There's a filter over top of it, and I think what they did was they took a picture of the blinds and then they went on Gemini or something and said,
"Oh yeah, make it look like it's."
Because like, look at the blinds on the bottom and how they deform at the same rate as the rest of them. It just kind of looks like it's AI. See everything like sort of like it's like a different like texture plane.
Yeah.
That dramatic zoom in and that's sort of like
you know what this might be? It might be a live tile photo. Like it's like they took a photo and then it shows just the 3-second clip that it actually look at. There's something in behind.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting at. Is like it just kind of looks like the materials, the material science, like the material style of it. Like even the bend on the whole blind system, like it sort of pulls towards the inside and like disconnects from the whole like it just like if you look at like you see where that line is on the screen where like see where all like the blinds would naturally connect together, and when they pull it the hole gets bigger on it too, so there's like a massive deformation there. That would only happen if the material wasn't rigid. It would have to be soft or like like some sort of like basically fabric, but what he was showing before was a plastic.
It does look weird.
Yeah, plus the finger is like pulling the lower
that's a touchscreen. Huh. Oh. I didn't realize that was a touchscreen. I thought it was just a screen.
Yeah, the blinds that they're pulling on, like pushing down on, the blind above that one also moves, and that's where it like actually pulls down from. So like it just looks like AI to me.
Yeah. Let's see. 100% actual person or is AI? Yeah. Weird texture. Looks like corrugated metal sheeting. It does. Yeah. Looks like a puppy. Yeah. I guess. Does it look like a puppy to you? Do you see a puppy? It does. It actually does. Do you see it?
Like kind of, yeah.
Yeah, look.
Sort of looks like a dog,
snout. And then like here. That's what I'm seeing.
Fair enough.
Or
I mean a puppy would be way more
dear God.
interesting. It's a mind flare. Don't drop penis. Oh. It's a Necron!
It's a Necron!
Ah!
The old house could be haunted, perhaps, by the ghost of her grandmother. A few days later, Craig and his wife buy their daughter a toy camera for her birthday. Little did they know she would end up
here we
catching
go.
something mysterious on it. The little girl's
You guys want to keep watching that clip?
and a security camera captures this.
0. No, thank you.
It's not because we can't debunk it. It's because we don't want to.
Yeah.
Hey, Missy?
Same guy?
Huh? Why did he?
Same guy?
Missy? Miss?
Is this a security camera that's just screwed to a floor, like a 2x4, and just leaned up against the wall?
Yeah, why did it move when he turned around?
Why did it move when he knocked?
Well, see, it moved and it startled him. Right?
Yeah.
So if it's like screwed to like a 2x4 that's just like balanced up against the wall.
Hey, Missy? Miss?
He did knock on the board, and the board moved and moved the camera.
Yeah.
That was weird.
I'll be fair. I don't think this was planned. I think he just got startled by something random.
No, I don't know about that. He like spikes the lens a couple of times.
Well, yeah, he knows the security camera's there. He's gonna look at it if.
That sounds like two things. Helicopter, a motorcycle outside.
Yeah.
Or a really long fart.
Yeah.
First, he thinks maybe his wife had come into the house without him realizing. He calls out to her, but there's no return.
That's a helicopter.
Lawnmower?
Or lawnmower. It sounds like a helicopter though.
Does sound like
Some
a
viewers
helicopter,
try
yeah.
to explain his sound. Is it by the moth?
Oh, that was the same guy.
Yeah.
One homeowner from Smithville, USA, reports hearing strange noises at night. He
Puddle the
thought
poodle.
there might be an animal coming onto his property, but whenever he tried to investigate, he could never find anything out of the ordinary. Curious, he installed security cameras outside his home.
No.
But he never could have guessed.
No, he just doesn't know.
Yeah, look at the stock footage. Ugh, Jesus. Ugh, Jesus.
At least he knows that he uses a screwdriver.
Look.
He installed security cameras
come
outside
on.
his home, but he never.
He doesn't know how to use a screwdriver.
Yeah. PTZ camera domes.
Yeah.
This size, this isn't a real PTZ. This is just a plastic shell that looks like a security camera. It's one of those dummy security cameras, and it's just put with Velcro or something on the roof. And even when you do actually install the PTZ cameras, it's actually a cylindrical, like it's like a circular base plate with teeth on it. So there is no screw visible on the outside of the security camera. There's nothing to fix in place. I mean, not with proper ones.
It's the same thing you would get with like mounting a light fixture on the roof or a fire alarm.
Fire alarm, exactly. Yeah.
Inside his home, but he never could have guessed what they ended up capturing late.
I wouldn't buy that stock footage. Oh, look, a rabbit track.
Yeah.
Oh, look, security camera compression.
What, the footprints appearing out of nowhere?
Whatever is causing the footprint is running at a speed that's faster than the rolling shutter updating the frames. So
yeah, I mean, like, look at the gate. Look at the gate from like the
rabbit or the cat. It's probably a cat actually.
Third step. Look at the third step. 1, 2.
Oh yeah,
huge gap. That thing is booking it.
The gallop. It's probably a deer.
Could be a fox or.
Hang on, do deer? Sorry, not walking pattern, running pattern.
Well, you get there's a footstep pattern.
Tracks. I want to see if they have like 1 2 1 2, or if they trawl to
There you go. They trawl up.
Trawl up. Yeah.
I would say
that's
it's
bad.
probably a fox or a cat or a dog.
Yeah.
Likely something dark enough that it doesn't pick it up right away. So probably like a black cat or a tabby cat or something.
Like a rabbit or
Yeah.
fox, but it's not.
Yeah, I don't think it's a rabbit actually. Now that I'm looking at it, because the tracks are too the same.
Yeah.
So it's probably a cat.
Wouldn't cats leave 4 tracks?
No, they would go single file if they were.
Could be a squirrel.
Maybe.
Like a hopping squirrel.
That freak him out.
If it was in a trot.
Yeah.
Do they gallop or do they trot?
By one, a trail of large prints show up in the snow, as if someone or something just walked past, but nothing.
Because something did.
You know what would be funny? Is if it was somebody standing off the camera and then just skipping a stone across the surface of the snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caught on camera.
Yeah.
Whatever made those prints,
Yeah, so whatever made the print is moving faster than the camera can update the frames.
Speaking of paranormal activity caught on security
cool,
cameras,
another security camera.
A clip shared to Facebook by Dennis Colosito has been going viral lately. The CCTV camera.
Oh god, a domeless PTZ. Somebody's gonna have to get up there with a rag and clean that off like every day.
Was placed on the side of a building.
It's supposed to have a dome too.
In Tolosa, a town in the Philippines. It was the middle of the night, and the school had long since shut its doors and locked its gates.
Yeah,
there shouldn't
so
be
cat's prints do run more
anybody
single
around,
file. Yeah,
but the CCTV camera recorded this.
Yeah, it's just more compression.
Recorded this.
Oh, I see. It's the shadow of a kid running on the other side of the street. Or like angled down.
Okay.
You see how the fence at the top of the wall doesn't have its own corresponding shadow? It means the angle of the light is actually like this. So the shadow's just along here. So that means that there's likely a higher, it's probably like this. Like here's the wall, here's the backyard, here's the wall, and then here's the upper street. So they're like the kid's running along here, and the light source is probably a lamp post up here and shining down like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, snow would have absolutely absorbed more energy than water. Yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true, yeah. It would. There's a lot more friction. Oh, look, he's running a stick along the fence. See?
You know what, actually, I think that is.
You
I don't
think
think it's a kid. I think it's a person on a Vespa. Like a scooter or a bike. It's like they got their arms out holding the handlebars.
Oh, like, but it goes this way.
What do you mean? It's just reversed.
Like, yeah.
Could be. I don't know.
But like, what made them look at the security camera?
Probably because they got a notification saying there's movement in the backyard.
The neighbors are
and then
home.
the neighbor turned the light on? Oh my god. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Jesus Christ. It does look like Darth Vader,
yeah.
Back and forth before vanishing.
Huh?
I was like, that was one too many. I annoyed myself.
Lights in the school's window start to turn on and off. Dennis, the man who uploaded the clip, has no explanation for what the CCTV camera captured that night.
For a little bit of a standard here, if you want to upload a video of your security camera footage, I mean, obviously, the first thing, the best course of action would be to send me the hard drive of the security camera. But if you uploaded the file for it, upload the raw file from the security camera. Don't record the security camera with your cell phone. That's number one. Number two, if you are going to record the screen with your cell phone, make sure that you're like at a 90-degree angle to it, not a 90-degree angle to it, like 180, like look at it straight on. Don't look at it angled. There's a lot more in this scene that could spell out what's actually happening, but he's chosen to zoom in on the top left corner because that's where the action is. But I think the reason why he's only recording the top left corner is because if he recorded the whole thing, you'd be able to actually find out where the shadow's coming from.
Yeah, Lucy pointed out that if it was a stick, it would be bumping. It was moving more.
That's true.
It's just like a fluid motion. Yeah.
Part of him hopes that it was just a simple case of some local kids messing around. This next.
Yeah.
One afternoon, Sam and a group.
No. Okay, fine. Here, let me point this out. Okay. I've seen this video too many times.
Okay.
How do you
Catholic graduation?
When you graduate from school, they go, Anthony Alexander.
Yeah.
And
then they're usually sitting in the crowd in the front row, and then they stand up and they go on the stage.
No, they go Anthony Alexander, James Baldwin. Then they go Dave Clark, A, B, C. Right?
Yeah.
Not here.
Condescending order.
Not here. They spell out the word actor with the last names. Jesus Christ! You know what? Just take my word for it. It's a school project. They call the names that they call out in order. Well, this looks like it might be actually right here. No, never mind. Yeah, the names that they call out in the order of the word actor.
She recorded the footage while she was staying at her grandmother's house back in 2014. She kept the footage to herself for years, not daring to share it. However, she recently decided to upload it to social media, hoping to finally get some answers. Naya explains that she was lying in bed with her grandmother's dog, which kept looking up at the ceiling. Naya couldn't understand what the dog was looking at. The only thing that was up there was the ceiling fan and a couple of fly trap ribbons hanging down from it.
Ugh.
However,
that's not the right place for those.
Terrible place to put those.
Were moving. Naya started recording to.
And that's why. Yeah, it's the center of the room, guy. Not gonna blow around if you put it in the corner. And the dog's looking at it because it's moving.
Like, what makes you think this is paranormal in the slightest?
Because 56% of the United States population is illiterate. Checks the window to see if it's open. Even just moving the blinds has generated enough air current to get it to move.
Breathing is probably enough.
Yeah. Another fan somewhere else in the other room.
Air around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coco the dog gets under the bed. Oh fuck! It was very close. I could have sworn that was a duck. Thanks for pointing it out for me.
Why did the dog go under the bed?
Oops.
Oh, now the dog doesn't care anymore at all. So maybe there was a treat under the bed. Maybe it jumped down and was like, "Hey, I smell something." Well, yeah, it is.
If the bed's rocking, don't come a knocking.
Maybe it was a earthquake.
Shaking. She and her cousin quickly jump.
You could have the fly strip might have been rocking because of a pre-shock.
Up, thinking that there is an earthquake. Nothing else in the room is moving. It's only
Fair
the
assumption.
bed that she and her cousin had just been sitting on. Horrified,
Tiniest
the two of them
Wait,
fault line.
where's her
grandmother if
cousin?
She had felt the shaking.
Where's her dog
but
is the question.
She had no idea what they were
The
talking
dog
about.
under the bed?
This left Naya and her cousin with an unsettling question. If it wasn't an earthquake, what exactly caused the shaking? Naya
Exactly. I don't want an
thinks that the
approximation.
dog
I want
left the room
exactly
because
what happened.
She sensed that something was wrong.
All right, brother.
and
It
that
was
she
done
hadn't
how
been
long
staring
ago?
At the fly trap, but out.
What was long? What?
Yeah, even the fly straps are gross.
Yeah.
Or the dog thinks the fly straps are gross. Strips are gross. Yeah. I was like, yeah, like it's probably it could be a lot of things. Hell, do you have a washing machine on the back side of the wall?
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah,
I have a
spin
washing
cycle.
machine. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was rhythmic, right? It's like
A young man
Yeah, it was.
caught something disturbing on camera while at his grandma's house.
It looks like one of those
Sometimes,
the Instagram
when his
guys who
parents
tells
go out
daily
for the
jokes.
night or work late,
What?
Nick has to step up.
Yeah, it
to
looks like
look after
the
his
guy on
grandmother,
Instagram who tells
who
daily
is
jokes. He's
suffering
like, "Hey
from
man, what's the joke of the day?" And he
dementia
he says something
often
super
causes her
fucking
to act
racist.
Yeah.
confused, like she doesn't know
Holy
where
shit.
she is or what she.
One of the ones that I saw, one of the ones that I saw recently, he was like, if
Uh-oh.
he was like, if you if 100 people, if 100 people in a room with 1,000 other people are responsible for 80% of the crime.
Oh my god!
Like I was like, Jesus Christ, dude.
He's doing. Usually,
Yeah, Nick,
Nick
it
just
does.
needs to comfort his grandma, and she's not
Looks
out
like
of her
you're
comfort.
fading out, buddy.
One night, he sees her standing
Me?
motionless
What?
in the kitchen,
Yeah.
fixated on something
And it just looks like those posts are starting to lose their power.
He asks her what she's doing, but she acts like she can't see
Ugh.
or hear him.
I must play video games tonight.
Nick starts
I'll
recording
eat the
videos
cake.
so
That'll
he can
give me
show his
energy.
Parents, what happened, and that's when
Just put your arms
things
up and ask the
take a
entire planet.
spooky turn.
Come on, everybody!
Send
give
me
Goku
your
power!
Oh no, it's this one.
Oh yeah.
I refuse to look at this one again because there's a fair chance that stop taking advantage of your grandmother's mental condition so that you can make some fucking TikTok cash, you douchebag. That's my point. That's my opinion on that.
A YouTube channel called
Just do what everybody else does and wait.
started
Never mind.
uploading disturbing videos back in 2011. The man behind the channel lives in a rural part of southwest Washington state and claims
Happiness is the most important part.
repeatedly
If I go to sleep now, that means that I'm going to be 8 hours closer to having to go back to work.
encountered a strange entity in and around his.
You know what I do? You know what I do? This is really bad, right? I go on Sunday, I go to bed late and I'm just like, tomorrow's Monday. Nobody's going to expect anybody to be energetic on Monday. On Tuesday, I go to work. I stay up late because I'm just like, Monday was a really hard day. They shouldn't expect me to be energetic on Tuesday. Wednesday, it's like, nobody works hard on Wednesday. Might as well be tired when I go to work. Thursday, I'm like, I should really go to bed early so I can be rested for work. And then Friday, it's like nobody wants to work hard on Friday. And then on Friday night, I'm like, it's the weekend. I'm not going to sacrifice my weekend. I'm going to get as much time out of it. Then Sunday comes around. I'm just like, it's Monday tomorrow. Nobody's going to be expecting me to be awake. And the cycle repeats until I get to the point where I'm only sleeping like 4 hours a night.
About to see, he and a friend are walking home late at night when they suddenly hear mysterious noises coming from an old.
When do you sleep? Thursday morning.
Of the night.
Sundays. Thank you for smoking.
Many years ago.
Yeah.
Curious, they decide to take a look inside. Neither of them could have.
You know, the weird thing is that even though I'm like consistently sleep deprived because of my own stupidity, I still perform better than everybody else on my shift. except for Carrie. Now she's on my shift. She performs just as well, but
expected what was lurking in the darkness of the abandoned cabin.
Just goes to show how easy my job is. You come from the battlefield and you work in a McDonald's. That's the difference between being a mover and working in that warehouse.
Pushing open the door, the two friends are confronted by what appears to be a pale figure. It is crouching on all.
There's a movie Carrie was watching on the TV the other day. I think you guys probably know about it. It's like the guy from Kingsman, and he's like a cannibal in the woods, and he gives this girl shit to like fight him and get away from him, and then he's chasing her down and shit. Carrie, Okay, what was that movie we were watching with Eggy? He's the cannibal. Apex. The movie's called Apex. And
Legends.
that's what I
killed Titanfall 2. Titanfall 3.
That don't worry, Keirris, we can't hear your crunching, so you're getting away with it right now. But
I just spent the last 20 minutes hand deshelling all these sunflower seeds so I could eat them all at once.
Why don't you just go, oh. There you go. Make some sunflower butter. Yeah, so this is what it reminded me of. Just a wacko methed out skinhead crawling towards the camera. It's so blurry. It's like, I know it's low light conditions, but like, doesn't it look like it's just deep fried? I want to get a single clean frame anywhere.
I just want to see a really funny video. There's a guy on Instagram, 3D modeling a Snickers deveiner.
No.
he's like engineering this machine that he can put the Snickers bar in and then run a razor blade so he can perfectly devein the Snickers bar. Can't let the veins touch his tongue.
Jesus Christ.
Scream. The two friends immediately turn and run as quickly as they can. They manage to get to safety, and when they look back, whatever they encounter...
There he is. I want to get a good shot. I want to get one frame where he's there. Look at that. Chest hair and all. It's a whacked out meth head. What?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Faces.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's stupid. That's the last clip. We'll just go back to split screen. 2.5 hours.
I'm like on a roller coaster.
The 2.5 hour stream. What do you think? Call it?
Yeah, I think I was done after chills.
Yeah, me too.
Sucked the life out of my soul.
Yeah, don't worry, Elvis. We should end it here. We'll end on a high note. Do any of these buttons work? Should I press the Erica button?
No.
No. I swear it's a love song. I'll press the lizard button.
Lizard. We think it.
Did that work?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. It was still fun. It did like suck the life out of me, though. I will admit that.
Yeah, it's like Men in Black when the snake sucks the life out of Johnny Knoxville and turns him into a sock.
Yeah. All right. There's a couple new names on the what's the thing you put at the end of movies?
Credits. Trailers.
So I'm gonna press that button. And thank you guys for being here. It was a great stream. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna eat that cake, and then I'm gonna pretend to be a cop in a video game and refuse to sleep until 2 a.m. again.
I'll give you a fun fact before we go. The reason that movie trailers are called trailers is because they used to trail the movie, but nobody would watch them, so they put them at the beginning, but they kept the name trailer.
That's awesome. What is the word for learning about that stuff?
I don't know. You're going to teach me something new right now, and it's the word.
Yeah, I am. Etymology?
No, that's the study of bugs. Or is that entomology?
Etymology is the study of an origin of historical evolution of words, tracing how they form and their meanings have changed over time. It's etymology. If you guys want to learn about other words, it's etymology. Okay, guys.
If you guys ask me later if you want to see my bugs. The bugs, my bug collection.
Jesus Christ.
I'm a man of many talents.
Yep. Men of many hobbies. My hobby is collecting hobbies. I learn everything I can about the hobbies and I never do them.
Yep.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Okay, bye.